I think I told you in the last class that today we'll be starting with this. This is the third class on PGBP. Today we'll be starting with the concept of depreciation. Under depreciation, in taxation, how depreciation is calculated and what we need to do while calculating depreciation on fixed assets, that is tangible as well as intangible fixed assets. So we have seen that as per Income Tax Act, calculation of depreciation is entirely different from that of accountancy. In taxation, depreciation is calculated on assets, classifying them into block of assets. Like in accountancy, what we do, we can calculate depreciation on each of the assets individually. We don't, we are actually not required to group assets into different categories. But in taxation, before charging depreciation, we group assets into particular category, or this grouping or group of assets is regarded as block of asset. Now just see, section 2 subsection 11 defines the term block of asset. So for block of asset, two conditions are very much required. If these two conditions are fulfilled, then a particular asset will be brought to a particular block. What are the two conditions? First, the asset must be of same nature. That means if you have two plants, then you can group it into one. When you have two furniture, two different type of furnitures, then you can group it into one category. First of all, the nature of the asset must be same. Sometimes the nature of the asset can be same, but the rate of depreciation is not. Therefore, as per the definition of block of asset under section 2 subsection 11, we require both the things. First, the nature of the asset must be same. Second, the rate of depreciation must also be same. If both these conditions fulfilled, then we can group assets into a particular block for charging depreciation. Now see, here is an example for you. We have some assets, building A, B, C, D, C. All these three are buildings. First, I grouped asset on the basis of their nature. I have three buildings, two furnitures, and five different machineries. This is, I thought that I can group this into this three buildings, two furniture, and five machines. But when I saw the rates, I saw that okay, the rates for the building is 10%, and all the three assets are building. So this can be considered as block 1 because the nature of the asset is building and the rate of depreciation is same. When we come to furniture, we again saw that the rate of depreciation is 10% and both the assets X and Y are furniture. That means we can term it as block 2. Now the problem changes. We saw the next five assets are machineries, but the rate of depreciation is not same. We can see that the rate of depreciation for this three machines, that is P, R, and S, these are same. All these three are machineries and the rate of depreciation is 15%. So I will be considering it as block 3. And the last part, that is machinery with the rate of depreciation as 30%, will be considered as block 4. So I think it's very clear from this example that what block of asset means and how we can create block of assets. Okay. Now moving ahead. For calculation of depreciation, as we know that in accountancy we had around 10 methods for calculation of depreciation. Now I want 10 students from your class to tell me the names of different methods. Start with Ronak. Ronak, you tell me any one method of depreciation that you have studied in accountancy.
Sir, WD.
Okay, WDV. Next, Alia, you tell me. Alia.
Or straight line method.
Okay, SLM method दो हो गए. Next, Shivani, you tell me.
So declining balance.
What? क्या मेथड कहा आपने?
Declining balance.
डिक्लाइन
Depreciation.
ना, डिक्लाइनिंग बैलेंस बोल के कोई मेथड नहीं होता वो. एंड आई थिंक यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट WDB ओनली. उसका दूसरा नाम डिमिनिशिंग बैलेंस मेथड है. ओके. Anyone else? I think I can ask from Aisha. You tell me the next method. Till now we got the name of two methods, SLM and WDV, the most common methods. Avantika, you tell me.
So sinking fund method.
Great. Sinking fund method is the third method. Ria, you tell me the next.
So units of production method.
Production unit method. The name
Yes,
is
sir.
production unit method. Okay,
Okay.
great. Then next I can ask from Ayush Mishra. You tell me.
सर स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथड.
हो गया है. अब क्लास में है.
हाँ सर.
तो फिर जो मेथड्स के नाम बोल दिए गए वो आप रिपीट नहीं कर सकते. We have already done with SLM, WDV, sinking fund, production unit method. ठीक है, we have done with this. You tell me something else apart from this.
So sum of the digits.
Sum of years digit method.
हाँ सर.
The name of the method is sum of years digit method. So
Yes.
now we are not here to learn all the methods of depreciation. That was the task I think you have completed in your semester 1 when you were studying your accountancy basics or fundamentals of accounting. You must have completed those. Uh, Now, why I was discussing this? Just to tell you that in accountancy, we can have a number of methods. And all the methods or process, they calculate their own values by their own means. But in taxation, we have only one method. Generally, we have two methods, but the most likely used method is WDV. We see SLM to be used in only some cases. Other methods, taxation doesn't follows. So what we have seen, we've seen that depreciation shall be allowed on written down value method as at a prescribed rate. So now the way we calculate it has been shown in this format. First of all, we'll start with the balance at the beginning. That means the opening balance. Then we need to add the asset that had been purchased. Now here you remember that whether this asset was purchased on the last day or on the first day doesn't matter. Even if the asset was purchased after an asset being sold, doesn't matter to us. See, if an asset is purchased, irrespective of its time, it should be added first to the block of asset. We get a value. After that, if any asset has been sold during the year, then its sale proceeds will be deducted. Doesn't matter we are least bothered about the sequence, whether it has been sold first or sold at the last, doesn't matter. If an asset is sold, it should be deducted at this position only. After deducting this, we'll be getting value of block before depreciation. Now, a rate of depreciation will be charged on this amount, this value. Okay, we have to charge the rate of depreciation on this value to get a value of depreciation, and after deducting it, we'll be getting the WDV of the block at the end of the year. Now, we have a number of provisions relating to this value. We'll be seeing this, but before that, what we need to do, we need to do some sums. Okay. See, we have this illustration. Acha guys, have you copied this format? Just copy it up. Because we'll be using this continuously now. Okay. Now guys, we'll first do some points relating to this value, the block of asset before depreciation. There is a link between the chapter PGBP and capital gains. We'll be studying capital gains, or we must have completed this. Okay, whatever the case may be, there is a link between PGBP and capital gains. What we mean by capital gains is a type of income earned from sale of fixed assets. When we sell our fixed assets and we earn some profit, we call it to be a capital gain. Okay, so in such cases, there are two different cases when depreciation shall not be charged. In case of capital gain or capital loss. So when we can find that there is a capital gain or a capital loss, case number one, if block of value of block before depreciation is negative, that means after we deduct this sale, if this value comes negative, this XYZ, if this value becomes negative, then we shall not charge any depreciation and treat it as short-term capital gain. Why we are treating it as short term? Because depreciation is an annual phenomenon. It repeats every year. And therefore, as something completes within 1 year, it should be considered as short term as per capital gains. You'll be more clear with this provision. The time will complete capital gains after this chapter. Or when we have completed this, you can take a reference of the same. The next is when the value of block before depreciation is positive. Now suppose this XYZ value is positive, but the question says that you have sold all the assets from the block. You have sold all the assets from the block. Suppose a block comprises of 3 assets, you sold all the 3 assets. In that case, this positive value shall be treated as short-term capital loss, and we shall not charge depreciation on it. Okay. So these 2 points needs to be remembered. The next, as we have seen in accountancy, that the time of purchase and the use of the asset plays most important and most vital role. Similarly, in taxation, this time of purchase or date of purchase plays a most important role. But we don't charge depreciation under taxation on the basis of months. Rather, uh, the depreciation either will be for the entire year or will be for 6 months only. That means either the rate will be for the entire year or for 6 months. That means half. Now, how it is done? See, where an asset is acquired by an SSC during a previous year, but it has been put to use for less than 180 days. That means you must have used the asset in the year of purchase. Remember, this provision is applicable only in the first year of purchase. मान लो आपने एसेट खरीदा, आपने उसे यूज पे लगाया, अगर वो अपने फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ ऑपरेशन में 180 डेज से कम यूज हुआ होगा, तो आप अपने डेप्रिसिएशन के रेट को क्या कर दोगे? हाफ कर दोगे. That means whatever rate is there, if it is 10%, then you'll be using 5. If it is 20, you'll be using 10. If it is 50, you'll be using 25. Simple. But remember that this provision is not applicable in subsequent years. That means in the second, third, fourth इस years में अगर asset 180 days से भी कम use हुआ हो तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Now another thing is that there are some assets which मतलब as I told you ना कि depreciation में active use और passive use दोनों काम करते हैं. So there are some assets which are actually not used but they are kept ready to be used. ठीक, तो उनका ready to be used होने के conditions में भी depreciation charge किया जा सकता है. Okay. Now just see, we'll be starting with this. The question told us there's Messrs. Anita Enterprise. इसके पास एक written down value हमें find करना है building block का, whose depreciation is 10% per annum. The opening balance on 1st April 2019 was 80,000, and it consists of 2 buildings. But right now the block in the block we have 2 buildings, building X and building Y. Now for the assessment year 2021, you have to compute all this. The depreciation at the rate under section 32. Now how to do this? Just see. Okay, just write the heading. Okay, now just see. This is the format. First I wrote opening WDV of the block. It has been given in the question 80,000. Okay, this is I am solving for case A, the first case. Okay, now just see the question. The question said that building X was sold for 20,000 on 1/5/2019. आपने बिल्डिंग बेच दी. So the question said that the block comprises of two assets X and Y. So क्या what we will be doing as per the format, we'll write add asset purchased during the year okay, this is blank, then we wrote less sale of asset during the year, and the question says that it's 20,000. Then we'll find value of asset or block, you can write value of block before depreciation, coming to 60,000. Now what is the depreciation? I'll be writing less depreciation for AY 2021 at the rate 10%. Now as the assets, in this case you'll see all the assets that we are dealing with is actually purchased last year. Nothing has been purchased in the current year. Okay, see, nothing has been purchased in the current year. All the assets were purchased in the last year only. So this is a subsequent year. तो 180 days का concept हम use नहीं करेंगे. Again, the value of block before depreciation is positive, and we still have something in the block. We have building Y in the block left. So what we'll do, we'll charge depreciation at the rate 10% of this amount. That will be 60,000. Now we can just write closing WDV after depreciation will be equal to 60 minus the value of depreciation, that is 54,000. Is it clear that how we calculate depreciation here? Okay. Now you do question number B. Case B you have to do. Do it fast.
Sir, minus 18,000.
Guys, have you completed this?
सर आंसर सर, तो अगर सर वैल्यू सर नेगेटिव आ रहा है तो सर डेप्रिसिएशन चार्ज तो नहीं करेंगे सर, मतलब
No.
जब परसेंटेज
माइनस
तो
में आ
सर
रहा है सर.
सर 20,000 होगा ना सर?
Minus
that
20,000.
yeah, that will be considered as short-term capital gain. I've already told you that part. If the balance before before depreciation, that the value of the block before depreciation comes negative, think in such case we'll be considering it as short-term capital gain. Okay, similarly, you see case number 3. This time the value will not be negative because we'll be adding one asset before this. We'll be adding 35,000 to 80,000. The total becomes 1,15,000. Then we deduct 1 lakh. We have a positive balance of 15,000. That means depreciation will be charged on 15,000 only. Okay. It's very simple. Just see. Here we have seen in case C. We saw that there was a purchase and after that there was a sale.
14,500.
Okay. Then this value of block before depreciation will be this sale was of 1 lakh na. 15,000. Now this depreciation will be charged this into 0.1. Okay, the closing balance will be 13,500. And the depreciation on this asset will be 1,500 only. Okay. So you do one thing, you just solve this case number D, E, and F right now. This is your classwork that you need to complete this.
$11,000 होगा क्या? सर
हाँ बोलो.
सर डी का 11,000 होगा क्या?
D का
Hmm.
just a minute. 80 plus 40, 120, then minus 10.
1 lakh.
10,000. 10% of that, 11,000 depreciation. The closing WDV will be 99,000.
हाँ 99,000. हाँ सर, one mistake, 99,000.
Okay, but in case number E and F, remember these dates. C, the date of acquisition of asset is 11th November. Now, guys, please mute your mics. There will be some change here. Just see, I am solving case number E. Case E. Okay. Here we'll see that there will be some change. And now why this change is there? I'll be discussing this. You can write like block 1 and block 2. Now, this can be a question from in your mind that, sir, why we are creating two different blocks? Is it being specifically said in the question that there will be two blocks? I said no, but it's evident. How it's evident? Now just see. In question number E, we have seen that the new asset building X was purchased on 11th November 2019. This means that in the first year of its business, this asset must have been used for less than 180 days. You said yes. And now as per the provision, its rate of depreciation will be half of the original rate, that is 5% instead of 10. You said yes. Now see, although X, Y, and S are buildings, but the rate of depreciation on X and Y is 10%, but the rate of depreciation on S is 5%. So can they be clubbed into one group or one block? You said no, because for clubbing assets into one block, we need the nature as well as the rate of depreciation to be same. Okay, therefore, we'll be considering this as 10% wala block and block 2 as 5%. Okay. Now just see. We had opening WDV on 1/4/2019. It's in block 1, 80,000, block 2 blank. Now we said add purchase of asset. Block 1 null, block 2 we purchased it for 40,000. We'll be writing 40,000 here in block 2. Okay. Now next, we'll be writing sale. Sale proceeds of building. We know that the building was sold from first block because X was sold for 10,000. We'll write 10,000 here and blank here because nothing was sold from second block. Now value of block before depreciation. Okay. This plus, sorry, minus this. It's 70. Here we'll have this plus this. Okay, now we'll write less depreciation for assessment year 2021. Now we know that for this block we need to charge depreciation at the rate 10%, that will be 7,000. For this it will be 5%, that is 2,000. Okay. Closing WDV on 31st March 2020. Its value will be 63 and its value will be 38. Now next year na both these blocks will form a common block. Okay, like for example, if we move to the next year, we'll see that in the next year it will convert itself into one block only. Why, sir? Because in the next year na the rate of depreciation on both the blocks will be same. That will be 10% only. And we know that if the rate of depreciation and the nature of the asset is same, they can be grouped into one block. It's not like that once you separate assets into two blocks, they cannot be added back to the same block again. They can be, but we cannot separate it after they have been clubbed. So what we are doing, we are keeping the new asset aside. Later on, it will be clubbed together. That means we can write opening WDV on 1/4/2020 as 63 plus 38. Total 1,01,000. Okay. So this will be your homework that you need to complete these cases from case from case F to O. Okay. Just take a screenshot of this and complete these questions by next class.
सर
बोलो.
सर रिया सर अब एक 2 मिनट पहले से डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई, उसका सर नेटवर्क
Wait,
प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है
ये
सर,
सब
वो
issues
पूरा क्लास में
रहने
थी.
दो. रौनक, ये सब issues रहने दो. ठीक है, I'll see this.
ओके सर.
If someone due to some reason gets disconnected and if he or she rejoins the class, that's not an issue. Okay.
ओके सर.
It's not like that you have to be in class for entire 50 minutes without being disconnected. But the matter is that when you got disconnected and when you are rejoining.
ओके सर.
Okay, just have you
Yeah.
taken the screenshot of this?
यस सर. यस सर.
Yes, sir.